Often we think of morality as subjective, a matter of personal opinion, until we come across something that we can all agree on is evil or even good. For example, the atrocities of the past, like slavery or racism or sexism or even the Holocaust. You see, we recognize these things as objectively bad, and justice, mercy, and kindness as objectively good. But what do we mean? You see, something is objective if it does not depend on human opinion. In other words, our preferences don't matter. Something is true even if no one believes it or if everyone believes it. The subjective depends on your personal preferences. The problem is, if there isn't a transcendent source for morality, then it really is just subjective. And whose subjective version of morality wins? Well, in this day and age, I suppose, the person with the most money, influence, or the most guns usually wins. Even leading atheist philosophers are agreeing with this. J.L. Mackie, for example, says that moral properties would not likely arise absent a God to create them. And Professor Joel Marks out of the University of New Haven actually admits that you can't have morality without God. He says, "I experienced my shocking epiphany that the religious fundamentalists are correct. Without God, there is no morality. But they are incorrect, I still believe, about there being a God. Hence, I believe there is no morality." Some might say that morality arises from reason, though, or science. But is that really the case? Consider reason for a moment. If reason is the source of morality, what form of reason would I apply to sacrifice my life for anyone? If this 70-plus years is all I have and all I will ever have, and I won't get any satisfaction or even knowledge that what I've done for someone else helps them, then why sacrifice all I will ever have for someone else? Why end the world from my perspective? In fact, if I did that, I would be utterly unreasonable. And if reason is the source of morality, then being unreasonable would be the same thing as being immoral. As renowned atheist philosopher Kai Nielsen has said, pure practical reason, even with a good knowledge of the facts, will not take you to morality. But what about science? Atheists like Sam Harris have tried, for example, in his book The Moral Landscape, to show that science, if you look at science, you can measure what's good and what's bad. He argues that what is good is that which benefits the highest number of people, and that which is bad is that which hurts people. And I'm paraphrasing, of course. But do you see how he smuggled objective morality in here? He's assumed that human flourishing is good. But why? Why isn't the flourishing of bacteria or viruses that come at our expense and hurt us, why isn't their flourishing good? He's assuming human value and objective goodness before he even starts the scientific enterprise. Again, science doesn't tell us where morality comes from. It's only a tool, a valuable tool, but a tool by which we can see morality's effects. Does this mean that you can't act like a good person unless you believe in God? Well, of course not. Some of the most morally minded people I know are atheists. What it does mean is that the very idea of objective goodness just doesn't make any sense unless God exists. We all long for a sense of morality because we value each other. God grounds our shared belief that morality is real and objective. Morals are personal. Persons are good, kind, just, and so on. And if goodness, kindness, and justice are transcendent objective realities and they're personal realities, then their foundations would have to be in a transcendent person. And a transcendent person is exactly what the Bible describes God to be like.